Let us talk about the single biggest myth in investing, the idea that you need to be rich to get started. You look at a company like Amazon, you see that the price for a single share is $3,000 or more, and you immediately think, well, that's not for me. It feels like showing up to an auction without being able to afford the entry bid. So you close your browser, you put your phone away, and you delay your investing journey for another day, another year, maybe even another decade. What if I told you that the entire game has changed, that the $3,000 price tag is now nothing more than an illusion, a relic of an old system that no longer applies to you? The barrier you see doesn't actually exist anymore. The key that unlocks it is called fractional shares, and by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to use it to buy a piece of Amazon or any other company, with any amount of money you have. Let's break down the walls together. First, we need to demystify what a fractional share actually is. For the entire history of the stock market up until just a few years ago, the basic unit of ownership was one single share. If a company's stock was trading at $3,000 per share, you needed $3,000 to become an owner. It was all or nothing. A fractional share completely rewrites that rule. It is exactly what it sounds like, a fraction, or a slice, of one single share of stock. Think of it like this: if a whole share of Amazon is an entire pizza, a fractional share is a single slice of that pizza. You don't have to buy the whole pie. You can buy one slice, two slices, or even just a single pepperoni from on top of a slice. When you buy a fractional share, you are a real, bona fide shareholder. Your name is on the ownership ledger. If the company pays a dividend, you will receive a proportional amount. If the stock price goes up by 10%, the value of your fractional share also goes up by 10%. You participate in the growth of the company, proportionally to the size of your investment. This is not a simulation or a side bet, it is real ownership, finally democratized. So, how does this work mechanically? How can you own something that isn't a whole unit? The magic happens behind the scenes at your brokerage. When you, and thousands of other investors, place orders to buy $50 worth of Amazon, the brokerage firm pulls these orders together. Once they have accumulated enough small orders to buy a full share, they go into the market and purchase that whole share on behalf of all their clients. The brokerage then uses its own internal accounting to track who owns what fraction of that share. You never see this complexity. From your perspective, you simply open your brokerage app, type in that you want to buy $50 worth of AMZN, and the app shows that you now own 0.0-1-7 shares. Or whatever the fraction works out to be. The brokerage holds the legal title to the full share in what's called street name, and you are the beneficial owner of your specific fraction. It's a seamless, secure, and now very common process that has opened the stock market to millions of new investors. Now, let's get to the practical part, how you actually do this. The most important step is choosing a brokerage that offers fractional share trading. Not all of them do, especially the older, more traditional ones. But the good news is that most of the popular modern brokers have fully embraced it. For a slick, mobile-first experience, Robinhood and Webull are excellent choices. They make the process incredibly simple. For those who prefer the stability and extensive research tools of a legacy broker, Fidelity and Charles Schwab are the leaders. They both offer fractional share trading on their main platforms for stocks in the S&P 500, which definitely includes Amazon. The process is virtually identical across all of them. You open your account and fund it. You use the search bar to find AMZN. You click the buy button. And this is the critical part. When the trade ticket opens, you will see an option to trade in dollars or shares. You simply switch it from shares to dollars and type in the amount you wish to invest. It could be $1, $10, $100, or any amount you choose. You then place the order, and within seconds, you are a fractional shareholder of Amazon. Once you've bought your first fractional share, the real power comes from what you do next. The most successful investors don't just make one-time trades, they build a strategy. The most powerful strategy for a fractional share investor is called dollar cost averaging. This is a fancy term for a simple habit, investing a fixed amount of money on a regular schedule. Instead of trying to guess the best time to invest $200, you set up an automatic investment to buy $20 of Amazon every single week. Why is this so effective? Because it removes emotion and market timing from the equation. Sometimes you'll buy when the price is high. Sometimes you'll buy when the price is low. Over time, this averages out your purchase price. You end up buying more shares when the price is low and fewer when the price is high, which can lead to a lower average cost per share over the long run. For the fractional share investor, this is the ultimate wealth-building hack. It turns your small, consistent contributions into a disciplined and powerful investment plan. Before we finish, I have to end with a crucial disclaimer. I am not a licensed financial advisor. And this is not financial advice. Investing in individual stocks, even through fractional shares, involves risk. You can lose money. The value of your investment in Amazon will fluctuate with market conditions, and past performance is not a guarantee of future results. You should always do your own research and consider your personal financial situation before investing. Your call to action is this: if you have been waiting to invest because you thought you didn't have enough money, that wait is over. Choose one of the brokers I mentioned, open an account if you don't have one, and go through the process of buying $1 worth of Amazon, just to see how it works. Break the psychological barrier. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And the journey to building wealth begins with a single, fractional share. Thanks for watching.